Hello again, friends. It's Miss Holmes here, ready to read you another amazing story here in my happy place, my beautiful kindergarten classroom, room C2, also known as home of the cutest little class in town, right here at Jack London Elementary School. Before we get started with our story, I just wanted to remind you to please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Storytime with Miss Holmes. I love it that you're sharing this story with me right now, but it would really help me even more and support me to continue to create more and more great stories on here if you could please hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. So thank you for your support, friends. Now today, I'm going to read another sequel for you. A sequel, as I always talk to my class about, is a story written by the same author with the same characters, but they're just having a new adventure. Something new is happening. It's kind of like the next chapter in a chapter book. So this is a sequel to The Rainbow Fish. And this story is titled Rainbow Fish and the Big Blue Whale. And this is written by Marcus Pfister. And the other thing I like to do before I start a story, I always ask my students, did you check the back of the book? Is there a sneak peek? We always check to see if the author has written us a sneak peek on the back. And that's like a little introduction to tell us what our story is going to be about. And we're lucky. Today we have a sneak peek. It says, Rainbow Fish is back in a whale of a tale. The glittering hero of the award-winning international bestsellers, The Rainbow Fish and The Rainbow Fish to the Rescue, returns in an exciting new adventure. This time he and his friends cross paths with a big blue whale. The gentle creature loves watching the sparkling fish at play, but because of his size, the little fish are suspicious, and they assume he is up to no good. The misunderstanding quickly escalates as, hurt and angry, the whale lashes out at them. Their worst fears seem to be coming true, and it's up to the rainbow fish to save them all from disaster. I can't wait to read this. All right, my friends, sit back, relax, and enjoy this with me. I see the rainbow fish, and I see that big blue whale. Rainbow Fish and the Big Blue Whale by Marcus Pfister. A long way out in the deep blue sea, Rainbow Fish and his friends swam happily through the reef. Each of them had a glittering silver scale, except for the one little striped fish. But he belonged to the group anyway. We read about him in our other book. When the fish were hungry, they ate tiny krill. There seemed to be endless supplies of the delicious shrimp. Rainbow Fish only needed to glide them gently through the water with his mouth open to catch as many as he wanted. It was a wonderful life. One day, a gentle old whale swam by the reef and decided to stay. He liked the spot since he too ate krill that were so plentiful there, and he enjoyed being around the glittering fish. Often he drifted along watching them for hours, admiring their beautiful silvery scales. You can see those beautiful scales shimmering. Before long, the fish with the jagged fins noticed the whale was watching them. Why is he looking at us like that? He asked the others. He was in a particularly bad mood that day. See how he's staring at us? He went on irritably. Who knows what he's thinking? After that, all the fish grew more and more suspicious of the whale. Look at that giant mouth, said one fish. Soon the krill will be all gone. Rainbow Fish began to worry. Until now, the fish had always been able to eat their fill. What if the whale did eat up all the krill? And why did he keep staring at them? Was he planning to eat them too? One day, the whale swam quite near the school of glittering fish. Panicked, the fish with the jagged fins sounded the alarm. Look out, he called. The wicked whale is after us. When the whale heard that, he was hurt at first, but soon he grew very angry. I'll show them, he thought. I'll teach them a lesson. So the great blue whale shot into the middle of the school and lashed out with his gigantic tail, sweeping the sparkling fish in all directions. The terrified fish fled, racing towards a crack in the reef for safety. But the whale didn't leave them alone. He followed Rainbow Fish and his friends all the way back to their cave. The blue whale swam back and forth, casting sinister glances at the little fish. They were trapped. "I told you that whale was dangerous," whispered the fish with the jagged fins. "We have to watch out for him." After a while, the whale calmed down. He made one last pass, and then he disappeared behind the reef. See back there? Nervous, but driven by hunger, the fish cautiously left their cave and swam off in search of food. But the battle with the whale had left its mark. All the krill had been driven off. "This is silly," declared Rainbow Fish. "Before, we played happily in the sea. Now we hide in terror in our cave. Before, there was always enough food for everyone. And now we have nothing. We must make peace with the whale." It's a good idea. The other fish were far too afraid to approach the whale. It was up to Rainbow Fish. The whale stared at Rainbow Fish suspiciously. "Please, let's talk," said the Rainbow Fish. "This fight was all a big mistake. It drove off the krill, and now we're all hungry." The two talked for a long time. The whale told Rainbow Fish how hurt and angry their hostile words had made him. "I never meant to harm you," said the whale, "just scare you a little." Rainbow Fish was ashamed. "I'm sorry," he said, "but when we saw you whacking at us all the time, we were afraid you might eat us." The whale looked surprised. "I watched you only because your shining scales were so pretty," he said. And they both laughed. "Come now," said the whale, "let's find new hunting grounds." So Rainbow Fish and his friends, protected by their new friend, the big blue whale, swam off together in search of a new home rich with krill. And before long, none of them could remember what the terrible fight had even been about. Well, isn't that good? I like that ending. Yeah. Putting it behind them, swimming off together. Good job, friends. I hope you enjoyed this story, Rainbow Fish and the Big Blue Whale. Thank you for sharing it with me. I'll be back with another wonderful story very soon.